How's it going, guys? Hope you're doing well. It's your Canadian brother from another mother, and it's another beautiful day for us to enjoy. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the solar setup so far, and talk about I've been here for about 3 weeks now here in Nigeria, and my observation so far. Like if there's any regret not connecting to the grid or setting up a generator. And how has everything been so far based on my capacity and how I'm using it and stuff like that, right? So yeah, so that's what's up. And right now it's pretty much in the morning. I'm making this video, so yeah, let's get into it. So quick overview of the setup I have here. So this is a 5.1, or let's just say 5,000 watt inverter. 5.1, 5.1, 5.1 kilowatt hour lithium ion battery. So a total of 15 kilowatt hour lithium ion phosphate battery. So previously I only had these two. I got this system for my mom with an inverter, one of these, and this for my mom, for a 5 kVA setup for my mom. And right now, the reason why I'm using this battery now, I got this one added to my setup because she's still planning on doing an electrical job. Some of our electrical wiring got stolen, so she won't be needing it yet. And in fact, I'm going to be adding to our system or getting out a different system based on my findings here so far. So yeah, so that's basically the setup. So total of 5,000, 5,000, 5,000, 15,000 kilowatt hour lithium ion phosphate battery. The inverter capacity is just 5,000. Okay, so that's the setup so far. So we're going to be going outside because it's a little bit hot here inside here. Yeah. So yeah, so right now, I'm going to check the battery capacity before we head out. So right now, the battery capacity is 6%. The battery capacity is 6%, and the time right now is about to 11 in the morning. Okay, so I'm going to explain that one to you. So it's only 6%, and it's to 11 in the morning. So we're going to go outside, and I'll be able to talk more. So yeah, and it's a beautiful hot day, about to 11 in the morning, and it's a little bit sunny today. So, like I'm going to keep it real with you, man. Since I've been in town for the past 3 weeks, man, I've probably seen the system 100% charge, maybe twice. You understand? So roughly it will be like, let's say 70 something percent to like, let's say 91%. Those are the range. And it will take a whole day for it to be fully charged. So it's 11 now, and the system is only 2%. How much was it? 6. Okay, yeah, it was only 6%. You understand? So even last night, the system went off at like, this morning, the system went off in the morning. You understand? So, I'm just keeping it real, just letting you know, what to expect, or like, and it also depends on your load. What are the loads like? So ever since I've been back, based on my observation, like even through, like some days, man, like it will be nice and sunny a little bit like this, and in the next 2 hours, in the next 1 hour, it starts raining. It could rain for like, let's say an hour before you know it, it's cloudy all day. You understand what I'm saying? So this, which will definitely obviously affect the efficiency of the charging system. You won't be charging as, it will take a longer time for the system to be fully charged, or maybe over 70 something percent, right? So what we've been doing is, even my mom, she's in town, so the house is basically full right now. So so what we'll be doing is just minimizing how much we're using. We're not using AC for now, just normal fan, normal sound system, TV and stuff like that. So we're not using any heavy load. The heavy load could be like, let's say the, what's it called, when you're using the water, the water heater, like you're taking a shower, water heater, which I don't use anyways, but probably my mom does, my aunt does, or something like that. But so stuff like that, things you can't control, like I can't just be going there, don't use it. So, but we're trying to minimize, if you're not in the room, have the light off or stuff like that, in the kitchen, this is that. So yeah, that's what we've been basically doing to maintain or minimize the load on the system, just so that way we're able to run. But since I've been back, the system have only gone off twice. One at 6 in the morning and this morning at 5 in the morning. So apart from that, so far the system has been good. And like I said, I had the battery capacity I had before was 10 kilowatt hour. I added another 5 to 15. So if I only had the 10, the system will be shutting down like almost every night, based on the this time period we are, the rainy season. And the rainy season never even starts where we're here to. It never even starts where we're yet. So based on my finding or my observation so far, it makes me realize that, okay, or maybe that it makes me realize I would definitely need to add extra panels to get the system to be fully charged quicker. You understand what I'm saying? And to tell you the truth, most of the time you have to experiment. I'm not going to cover my whole roof with 16 panels, 18 panels, but it's nice. Like, to be honest with you, like, am I actually going to add extra panels? I'm not going to add extra panels. I'm not going to. Like, sometimes within 3 hours, like peak sun, within 3 hours, the system will be up to like 70-something%, 90-something%. You understand what I'm saying? But it's just something to be aware of that, okay, start with 10 panels, start with 12 panels, even though some guys will recommend, let's say 24 panels, 18 panels, 16 panels, then see how everything is going so far. See how everything is going. You understand what I'm saying? Then you can add extra panels to it for it to charge quicker, You understand what I'm saying? So as of right now, maybe in the future I might add extra panels or not. As of right now, I am not adding any extra panels, but this is just something I just thought I should probably, an update on how the solar system is going. And okay, so that's that in regards to the charging aspect. That's the only thing I think I could do differently. Add extra panels for the system to charge quicker, right? Now, and in terms of the overall capacity, obviously if I had increased the battery capacity or the inverter capacity, especially the inverter capacity and the battery capacity, or get a bigger system, obviously I'll be using way more solar panels, which is fine, based on the bigger setup. So which means will be sustainable for my load, right? So that's another option. Get a bigger system. You understand what I'm saying? So just it's not about maybe people, you see videos of people saying, oh, we set this up at this house, this, that. You want to be able to actually get information from someone actually using the system that is open-minded, that will let you know, okay, and like this, this is how it is in reality and stuff like that. So the 10 kilowatt hour inverter, battery would not be able to handle my load for sure. Like every single night it would have been shutting down for sure. So the 15 definitely helps. So if I'm going to recommend somebody to get a setup for, like, let's say from a 4-bedroom and stuff upward, I'll 100% without a doubt. And it also depends on your load as well. It greatly depends on your load. I would definitely recommend you should start from at least 15 kilowatt hour battery. It must be lithium ion phosphate. Don't not go for the tubular battery as far as I'm concerned. Go from 15 kilowatt hour battery setup upward. You understand? If you can get 30, make it 30. So yeah, so it's something to put in mind. Is that you get a bigger capacity system and something that will be able to handle your AC and stuff like that. Anyways, so yeah, another thing is, do I regret not getting a generator? Like, this is supposed to be my generator room right now. It's just basically used for storage. So the old wiring, I'll show you. The old wiring, everything is already set up. Like, if I need to switch to NEPA, if I need to connect to the grid is completely disconnected. Like, it has never been connected, and it's still not connected. So if in the future, if I need to connect to the grid, like let's say they can boast of, let's say, band A, or they'll be already getting, like, let's say, at least 20 hours of NEPA or 15 hours. That's not happening here. So, so as of right now, I'm not connected at all, but the whole setup is already done. Everything is already done. And in regards to generator, this is supposed to be the generator room. It's basically used for storage. All this one will be going to the farm and stuff like that. But anyways, so all of these are not being used, right? So far, do I actually regret not connecting to the grid? Do I regret not setting up a generator? To tell you the truth, man, to tell you the truth, no, I do not regret it. And I've not once have I been like, would have been nice. Or so everybody else get lights now. The solar system don't off. Or the system don't off, man. The heat no be here. See me I go if I don't go on generator, that kind of thing. No, that never happened. You understand what I'm saying? That never happened. And thank God for that. So if anything, how I can improve my system, how I can get it better, how I can improve the efficiency of the system, that's what I'm working on. You understand what I'm saying? So no regrets so far. So and I'll continue to stay completely off grid. That's my plan. And especially in Nigeria, man, like if you have light, there are some things that if you have in place in your house that will make you enjoy the country really, really well. Like you would definitely enjoy the country. You understand? You have a nice place to rent or your own house. You have solar set up. You can pump your own water. You know, the data, that one are normal. You're set up. You can move around. You have a vehicle. You can move around. You will definitely enjoy the country. You know. So far, I'm loving it. It's amazing. So much opportunity, and you know. So in regards to the solar system, before I deviate, we need to stay focused on this topic. So in regards to the solar system, no regrets at all. Not one. So it's all about thinking on, okay, how can I improve the system? How can I run the whole system more efficiently? You understand? So since I've been back, I've not run the AC once. And that's because the whole system has not been charged up efficiently. Yeah, there's other reason why I've not been using the AC as well, which I'm going to show you. So yeah, we're inside now. And yeah, this is one of the living room, the living room upstairs. Just minimal furnishing we've done so far, no TV yet. Maybe when my kids are in town, I would then want to put TV. I barely watch TV, so the whole house is just one TV for now. So anyways, so this AC here in this living room is a 1.5 horsepower inverter AC. LG, the brand, the name doesn't matter. So anyways, the reason why I'm talking about this is, for example, in regards to your solar system, since I've been back, I've not used the AC at all. Because there are some parts in the house whereby the inverter did not make sense in regards to running as efficient as it's supposed to. And if the system is not working as efficient as it's supposed to, that means it will be consuming way more power on the solar system. When it's consuming way more power on the solar system, that means the solar system that is supposed to last you overnight easily, will be lasting you till like maybe 4 a.m., which has actually happened to me. It will be lasting you like 3 in the morning. And when from like 3 in the morning now, you go start to sweat like say tomorrow no day. Nobody wants that kind of life. So, so now with this LG 1.5 horsepower inverter system, give you a quick overview of the difference between inverter AC and non-inverter AC. Like, okay, why are we even paying extra for the inverter AC, right? You understand? So let's say this is a non-inverter AC and this is an inverter AC. Yeah, there are different factors that would actually affect this system from working efficiently or not. Now, I know just a quick overview. So let's say this is a non-inverter AC, a regular AC, and these are an inverter AC. So a regular AC in a nice room space, whereby you can close the door, you can close the window, you can close the washroom door. You know, you can isolate that room for the room to cool off by the AC. So now you set the temperature on this AC to drop the temperature to 16 degrees. And this regular AC will work at full load. This is a 1 horsepower regular AC. 1 horsepower AC consumes roughly, let's say, 725 to 750. Let's just say 750 watts. Just to make it easy, 750 watts. So now, it would consume 750 watts steady. It will keep consuming that 750 watts until that temperature gets to your set temperature, where you want is 16 degrees. Now, when it gets to 16 degrees, the compressor will shut off. When that temperature starts to rise again, let's say 2 degrees, rise up from 16 to 18 degrees, the compressor will kick in and run at maximum load again to bring that temperature down by just 2 degrees. You understand what I'm saying? Now, in regards to an inverter AC, when you set the temperature in the same room, you understand? Windows closed, the doors closed, the washroom door closed, you have either room isolated to get that temperature code, right? That room temperature code. So now with the inverter AC will do the same thing, will consume the same power as this guy, 750 watts, to bring the temperature down to 16 degrees. When the temperature is down to 16 degrees and the temperature comes up by 2 degrees, the smart variable compressor, compared to this regular compressor, the smart variable compressor will then kick in. This is when you actually enjoy the benefit of the inverter system. Then instead of it running at maximum load like this guy to bring the temperature down by just 2 degrees, this inverter AC would run in a variable speed. Won't need to work as hard to bring the temperature down by just 2 degrees. I hope you understand. So like a smart system like would actually just make the compressor will just work a little bit to bring the temperature down. So when it works a little, that means it will consume less energy. When it consumes less energy, obviously your solar system or your power, you won't be consuming as much power. I hope you get the idea. So that's where the benefit of the inverter system comes in. But at first, they are both going to be running at maximum load to bring the temperature down. And when you've got the temperature where you want, that is when you actually enjoy the benefit of the inverter system. I hope that makes sense. I'm just trying to make it as simple as possible, the way I understand it. So now, in this room, this inverter system will not be working as efficient as it's supposed to. The reason is because I can lock this door, I can close the window, I can close the window to the door to that room, I can close this door, but check this out. You see this hallway? The cold air will definitely go through this hallway. You understand? We'll go through this hallway, fill up this room, and even this hallway down here. So the system will not work as efficient as it's supposed to. I hope that makes sense. So that means this AC will constantly just work hard. This area will get cold. You understand? Will get cold. You can see the temperature. The compressor might probably shut off for some time. You know what I mean? And those air will circulate through that area and get hot again. And this will just constantly keep drawing so much power. Will not work as much as efficient as it's supposed to. You understand? Because before last year when I was around, I moved in 2 weeks before I went back. And I was doing all kinds of survey. You understand? All kinds of survey, just watching, checking the reading and stuff like that. And that was what was happening constantly. I'll take you to the master bedroom and so you can see what I have in there shortly, So yeah, I don't mind the furnishing. I'm the only one in town here, so I don't really care. So anyway, so this one is just a 1 horsepower inverter AC. And the room is just so big for this AC would just constantly run, like it was just drawing power. Like it has to cover this space over here. It has to cover this whole space over here. I can lock that room, lock that door, lock this window, lock this door, but the room is just so big for the AC. You understand? So that's one of the things to consider when you're constructing your room and stuff. So this one now, I'm going to be moving into one of the other smaller room. And my plan is to get those those standing AC. I'll be getting 3, one in this living room, one downstairs, and one here, because this was not working efficiently at all. Like it was just drawing so much power, it was unbelievable. So I'll take it to another room now, and yeah, let's take a look. So yeah. Like even this room, for example, even if I have move that AC to this room, because I'm looking to get have an office setup here. So even if I get an AC here, this section will get cold, but over time that air will circulate through this living room, circulate through this hallway, and that system will constantly just kept running and running and running. So you won't really enjoy the benefit. You won't really get the benefit of the inverter system. So I'm going to take it to a smaller room. So I'll be I'll be moving the one of the AC to this room. And this room, for example, I can close this window, I can close this door, and close the washroom door. Isolate the room. You understand? So whatever AC I put up here will definitely be able to cool off this room. There's nowhere the air, the cold air won't be escaping to anywhere. You understand? Yeah, to just circulate through here, just keep maintaining the temperature. Then I will actually get the benefit of the inverter system. I hope that makes sense. You understand? And like I'm talking based on experience. You understand? It's not like say you see video of people making, which is still fine. People making videos of whatever solar setup they install in people's houses and tell you, oh, this 10 kVA or 5 kVA inverter, 10 kVA, 15 kVA, 30 kVA battery system would run 2 AC, would run 4 AC, would run. That's not the point. The point, it's not about how many AC it runs. It's how long would it actually run that system for? How long would that AC run for? That's the question. That's what we want to know. You understand what I'm saying? So for this system, in regards to the horsepower, the AC, when you're thinking about how much horsepower of AC do you want, you're also looking at the size of your room. You're looking at, okay, are we able to isolate the room? How are we able to keep this room temperature, like maintain, get the system to work as efficient as it's supposed to? If you're going to be getting 1.5 horsepower, 1.5 horsepower will be running you more energy. Okay, if it's going to be running us more energy, are we able to keep that room temperature cold enough? Not that the whole room, everything is open and open and open. You understand what I'm saying? So that's some of the things you want to put in your design. You're looking long term. Like, okay, what's this going to actually cost in regards to power? What's it actually going to cost? How are we going to run whatever appliances we have into this system, in this house? How are we going to run the appliances more efficiently? You're looking at the energy bulb. You're looking at the freezer you're going to be using. You're looking at how many freezer you're going to be using, how much power you're going to be consuming. So if you're going to set up a solar system, you already have everything, all your appliances running efficiently to be able to maximize the benefit of actually getting a solar system. I hope that makes sense. So yeah, let me know what you think, guys, man. Like, do you find this video informative? Like, well, what do you think? So that this my experience so far in this beginning of rainy season, running a solar system, and how everything has been going so far, and still I got no regrets. I'm not gonna lie, and but so far everything has been working really good. The system has shut down like twice since I've been back, and in the morning, like 1:05 in the morning, one was like 6 in the morning, and it was still nice and cold. So not too hot, right? So that's still the benefit of the cold season. I won't really call it cold season. The rainy season here. So yeah, that's my experience so far. You're still doing surveys, still learning, still seeing everything so far. And I'm not going to be adding extra panels so for now. You understand? So let me know what you think. You set up on a solar system yet? And how's your experience so far? You running your AC system on it, your AC unit on it, or are you looking to get a solar system as well? And yeah, let me know what you think, and like, subscribe, and you know me, man. I'm gonna keeping it real with you. So subscribe. Let's man. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.